Hi, I'm Cece, and I am the Day Camp Director for Tumalo Day Camp, run by Campfire, Central Oregon. And we do a lot of useful, knowledgeable, crafty things at camp. I'm going to show you today how to make what's called a square knot survival bracelet. And I'm sure you've seen them all over town. Kids wear them, adults wear them. They're fun. We call it a survival bracelet because it's one continuous length of cordage. That if we were in a situation where we really needed cordage, we take our bracelet apart and we would be left with about 3 yards of cordage that's useful. And so this is made a little differently than a typical square knot bracelet in that we don't melt it, fuse it to itself when we're done. We leave it so that we can take it apart and make a rope out of it. So we're going to start with cordage and a buckle, simple plastic buckle like this. And you notice the buckle is slightly curved to fit your wrist. So you want to make sure when you open and close your buckle and put it together that you don't do like this, that you make sure that you put it together so it looks curved like that. Okay? To start, we're going to start with about 3 yards of cordage, and from your fingertip to your shoulder is about a yard. So I got 1, 2, 3 yards. Then the first thing I'm going to do once I cut it off of the skein that it's on is I'm going to fuse the tips. This is frayed, this is fused. The easiest way to fuse it is just hold it under a flame for a little bit, get it nice and melty, and then put it against a piece of metal or the picnic table or something and flatten that melted glob down. So now it's fused, it's not going to continue fraying. To start my bracelet, I'm going to fold it in half, my cordage in half, find the middle, bend, thread it through the end of the plastic buckle, one side, it doesn't matter which side, and then I'm going to, sometimes you have to work at this a little tiny bit to get it through. I'm going to loop the other ends through it. This is called a lark's head knot. So here we have the beginning of the bracelet. Now I'm ready to take my first knot. So I pinch the edge like this, unclick my bracelet, so now it's something that looks like this. The way we make a square knot is we're going to make a number 4, if you can imagine this being a number 4, and then we take the other end to put it over the tail of the number 4, under the whole spine of the bracelet, up through the loop of the number 4, and then we pull these two pieces together. That's half of a square knot. Then we do the same thing on the other side. So I'm making a reverse number 4. we're going to finish on the inside of the bracelet, on the underneath. We're going to loosen up our last 2 or 3 knots, just a little bit. It helps to have something like a pair of scissors handy or a pen, and we're going to stuff the tail underneath. So it's going to look like this one. See how I have it stuffed underneath here? And you can stuff them further if you want to, or at this point you can trim it and fuse it, and then that tail stays on the underneath side against your body when you're wearing your bracelet. I can't really click it on myself, but you get the idea. So there I have 3 yards of cordage. So notice the difference in the length. This is an adult size, should fit an adult male or somebody with a larger wrist. This is about 4 yards. This should fit a petite adult or a child, and this is the 3 yards. I want to show you the difference.